Hello, Keith here with Map Fun and Games. The fun is back. Today we're doing PanzerLeader Situation 4, St. Louis, June 29th, 1944. Elements of the U.S. 116th Infantry Regiment, supported by elements of the 737th Tank Battalion, attacked towards St. Louis against guard units of the German 3rd Fallschirmjäger Parachute Division and the 12th Sturmgeschütz Assault Gun Brigade. Okay, so what the Americans have to do, they have to control they either have to control all of this city right here or everything east of this river, which is to the right of this river, and these three small towns right behind it. All right, so I got my setup here. On this road over here, I'm going to have these units are going to drive up and they're going to stage in this hex side right here for the attack in these woods before they do the attack. Over here I have my mortar unit. Now my mortar unit is just going to fire indirect fire, so I stuck in the middle of the woods so nobody can ever fire at it. So those are going to be there throughout the game. And on this other road, I have a light tank and two rifle divisions and machine gun team running on the tank. And then I have the same, after that I have the medium tanks, the M4 Shermans, and then they have the heavy tanks with the 76mm guns, and then I have another rifle squad. So infantry and tanks, and over here a little bit of infantry and a couple more tanks over here. For the Germans, going over here, I have an anti-armor gun right here and some infantry. You always have, in a city, you always want to have infantry if you have any armor or any anti-armor. Actually, I want to move that because I have the Stug. Oh, that's fine. I got my Stug. Self-propelled gun, anti-armor with an anti-armor gun, and I have infantry throughout this city. And I made sure I had the Hetzer up front so I can fire anti-armor. So I got my armor in the city, but I also plug out with infantry. So, and then back here I have the mortars. And with the mortars, I have an infantry and a howitzer and an infantry and the howitzer. Those mortars could be very useful, I'm guessing. Okay, so that's it. And we'll let the games begin. Now, I'm trying to see, this is GG. Is GG considered a half hex? I'm not really sure. I don't think it probably isn't considered a half hex. I mean, I can move these. It wouldn't make a difference if I move these. Well, over here it could make a difference, but I'm just gonna stare them there. It's fine. Well, I'll move them back one hex just in case. Why leave it? Nah, that wouldn't be it. Because it's either on the border or not. Okay, so we have indirect fire. No, I don't have anything spotted, so I can't do indirect fire. Everybody's in the town, so here we go. I'm moving. So I'm gonna move this tank to right here, and it's gonna unload its machine gun unit that it was carrying. And this infantry is going to go 1, 2, and then I want to do quick march. Let's see, quick march. Speed to 2 hexes. So I can move an extra 2 hexes, and then I have to roll to see if it's dispersed. And it is dispersed. Yeah. No biggie, they're just tired. And over here, oh, I got 2 rifle units. They're gonna go 1 over here, and I'm gonna right click and going to try a quick march. I got to check to see if they're dispersed. Got to roll. They are also dispersed. I have to make sure I mark this quick march. All right. So I moved them to, and I said they quick marched. Okay, so this is the tank vehicle, and we'll move right up to here. Right off the bat, I'm feeling good for the Americans here. I just think they got a lot of punch. Right here, I got a couple infantry. Oh, I got 3 rifle units. All right. So they're going to move 1. And they're going to try a quick march. I have to roll for all 3 of them. 1. Not tired. 2 is dispersed. 3 is dispersed. So 1 is not tired. And 2 of these guys are dispersed. And they all get marked with quick march. They're dispersed and quick march. And this one gets dispersed and quick march. And he's fine. And then this tank right here. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to stop right here. And he's going to load his infantry right there. And meanwhile, last but not least, this truck is going to do the same thing. And this truck has infantry. And he's going to load his infantry in the square. Okay. A tank, a truck, and 1, 2 infantry. I like the way I set this up. All right, so over here, I think I only have 3 vehicles. So I can actually do this. So this unit, so 2 of those units, I'm going to go right there and drop off the infantry. And the 3rd unit is going to go there and take a left, drop off the infantry. In this case, those are heavy machine gun units. Next, so that's an anti-tank. That's infantry. So these units follow the road and then drop off the infantry right here. This truck's going to drop off the infantry right there. Now let's run right here. Now if I go over here, I think I'm all right. Anyways, I don't think anybody can fire at me. No. Okay, good. So let's see what we got here. So I'm going to send the tank forward. Tank's going to go. And again, this has to be in a certain order. Good. All right, so, and then this truck, go right here and unload his infantry. 1. This tank, a truck and a tank. Here, and 1, 2 infantry, and these are the guns, and 1 tank. I don't have room anywhere to move that tank forward, do I? No, I don't. So I'm going to have to park my vehicles right there. And that is it. And right here, these will lose dispersal. That will lose dispersal. But the still mark quick march, because you can't use quick march 2 turns in a row. They will be dispersed. Right. Dispersed. So that is it for the American phase. And pretty much the Germans here, there ain't nothing Germans can do because there's no spawning possible. Which is what I like. Well, right here. I mean, right here. He can take a shot. Probably won't get anywhere with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a shot at them. He take a shot at them. Plus the Hetzer, Stug, take a shot at them. So they're all going to gang up. And what we got? We're going to have 13 because I got the two guns. Plus 13 plus 6 is 18. 13, 6, 19. So that's going to be a 3-to-1. Do I want to do a 3-to-1 against all, a 1-to-1 against all these? Just, or do I want to do, I'm going to do a 3-to-1. 5, wow, lucky roll. That's one unit got dispersed, and that's the guy who didn't do quick match. Well, that's a kind of disappointing result for the, more importantly now, that's kind of, in a way, that's kind of foolish, because now, I didn't even think of this when I took the shots, but now they're spotted. So I gotta make sure I have the 2 units spotted that actually are spotted. Remove the rifle. Okay, so those 2 units are spotted. And that's so those are spotted. And those aren't spotted. Okay. And this unit right here, clarify this, make sure it's clear that only that unit is spotted. All right, well, that's 50-50. That was actually, I mean, I thought I was really doing so, oh, I can get fire. But the problem with that is now they're spotted. They can be targets, and I have some armor right here. Although I don't know if I want to fire with the armor yet. I may want to send the infantry forward. Slowly but surely. They can do quick march. I could probably... I have engineers. Do I have engineers? I think I have engineers in this scenario. Let's take a look. I don't have engineers, unfortunately. That's gonna make things a little bit more tricky, because it's very hard to destroy it. It's hard to destroy enemy units in a city if you don't have engineers and you're just infantry. I do have armor, so that counts for something. Okay, I believe that's it. I gotta start using my mortar units too. Those 215 mortars, I can't neglect them. I'm just gonna look up indirect fire and see if it's the same turn or not. All right, class M and H, yeah. Yes, we do. Beginning of the combat phase of the previous turn. Specified if he was to. Okay. All right, so that's what they're going to do. So I'm going to have this unit, well, I can't have the wagons, but I'm going to have that rifle unit spot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For those 2 units right there. So let's mark, let's put an indirect fire marker on it. Just that one. Okay, so that howitzer doesn't have, because it's not a howitzer in bracket, but this guy does have indirect fire, so I can put an indirect fire marker on him. And that 9, it goes down in only 9 indirect fire factors. I'll have to look into that. But let's do this. Okay, so firing units ID, and it's going to be Q2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Q2 and Q10. Set up first turn. Spotting unit is in I know it's going to be there. Right here, spotting unit's going to be are going to be an X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, X6. Target hex is going to be AA 4. Turn of resolution 2. Apply. And close. I allowed it for the Germans late, so I'm going to do the same thing for the Americans. Indirect fire phase. And it's going to be E1, 2, 3, 4, 5. EE5. EE5. My spotter is going to be in, that's a good place for it. What's that one? CC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. CC8. Sets up in turn 1. Spotter CC8. Target hex is going to be Z 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's going to be right. You can't even see that. Okay, so it's going to be right there. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Z8. Turn resolution 2. And that's it. Okay, so that's it for the first turn. Did that automatically create 3 of those? Oh, yeah, it did. Cool. That's awesome. All right. I'm just going to mark this with an indirect fire marker, just to remind myself. And it's going to be C hex Q2. C hex Q2. Okay, so that was turn 1. I think this game's going to go really well. I think it's going to be. I do think the Americans have an edge. However, I don't think it's going to be a blowout unless somebody makes big mistakes here. And we're going to go on to Ally turn 2. All right. Thank you, everybody. I look forward to